Hey guys, it's Britt. Welcome back to my channel. It has been quite some time since I filmed a video. I know. We've just been getting ready for this baby. We are officially in his birth month. I'll be giving birth this month, which is wild to say. We're so excited to have our little guy join us. And today is just a really special video for Mother's Day. We're going to share our nursery tour. We've worked really hard on making this adorable, calm place for his bedroom. And I also wanted to share with you guys 2 delicious, really easy recipes that you can make pregnant or not. They're something I've been doing to prep for labor, but something that anyone can make and enjoy. So I really wanted to share them with you. That being said, it is Mother's Day in the United States. And I know this day is hard for a lot of people. I just wanted to say that I'm sending you all my love. If this day is difficult for you, you guys know, or some of you guys know, that my mom passed away about 5 years ago, coming up in June. So it's been about 5 years since I've been able to celebrate Mother's Day with her. And then having our first child, you know, and not having my mom has been really difficult as well. She also was a labor and delivery nurse for 30 years. So that's another element of sadness that, you know, I have a wonderful mom who had so much expertise in the child raising and bringing in a child to this planet and preparing, and it's a real shame that she didn't get to experience her first grandchild. So, you know, this day has been historically very hard for me as well. We are super excited though, like I said, because 2 weeks from now I will be having our first child, and it's just kind of a mix of emotions right now as we prepare for him. So I just wanted to say again, I feel for anyone who this date is, you know, hard for, and I'm wishing you all the love and peace in the world, and just sending it all your way. We will jump into the nursery tour first. Me and Mark, my husband, have been working really hard on making this space just a very beautiful, calm, cozy place to have him. He will, of course, be in our room for the first several months. Before he gets to be in his own room. So whenever I go through the nursery tour, one of the reasons we picked the crib that we picked, and I will go into it, is because there's wheels and we're able to move it really easily to our bedroom to have him sleep next to me in his crib while we get used to all things newborn, and obviously to have him nice and close for all the hours I'll be up feeding him and getting ready, just getting into the swing of things and to make sure he's nice and safe. So I'm really excited to share that part of the video with you. I worked really hard on making sure I added all the links and everything. So if there's anyone expecting, or if you need any ideas, we researched a ton on all the products that we picked. And just to fit our style, and so I'm really excited to share it with you guys. So that is next. So all of the links for everything too for the nursery and these recipes are down below on our website for you guys. I have it all there for you. And then we will get into the 2 recipes, and I'm just really excited to share this next chapter of our life with you guys. I have been obviously whole food plant-based this entire pregnancy, SOS free, and have just been really enjoying having a really wonderfully uneventful pregnancy. That was kind of my goal, and I've achieved that to this date. So we're hoping for a nice, safe delivery. If you guys could all send me your best wishes my way, I'd really appreciate it. And I just can't wait to share him with you guys and all that we do from here on out. It's just a whole new adventure, and I'm so excited for the Jaroudi family finally to be expanding into someone else other than just me. And who knows, maybe Mark will join us on a couple more videos here coming up. All right, so I will see you guys after the nursery tour, and then we'll get into the kitchen and start making some delicious food. For my 2 recipes for today, they're not really even recipes. They're so easy. You can make these pregnant or not, but they're 2 things that kind of help make your body get ready for labor. One thing is raspberry leaf tea and dates, and those are the 2 things that you might hear a lot as you're researching about labor, or if you're trying to help somebody who might be expecting. Now, this tea trick that I'm going to share with you guys today, I've been doing this for years. It doesn't have to be with raspberry leaf tea. You can use any tea with this, your favorite tea. So green tea is wonderful. Any herbal tea, if you have it late in the day, really any tea that you enjoy, this works with. I'm just using raspberry leaf tea because, again, it is helping towards the end of labor or end of your pregnancy, help get your body for labor. So I have a red raspberry leaf tea that's organic. It's loose leaf tea, so you can get a little steamer ball and make it. Now, if you want to do this, if you're pregnant or not, it doesn't matter if it's iced tea or hot tea, whatever you enjoy. I'm kind of a hot tea drinker, especially towards the end of the day. So this has been really nice to kind of have after dinner's done and maybe I want something sweet. And this was another key ticket to kind of curbing that sweet tooth, especially when I was like trying to lose all the weight years and years ago. Kind of ending your day like this with an herbal tea is really lovely because you would get your favorite mug, put hot water in your mug, boiling water, add your tea. It can be loose leaf tea or a tea bag, whatever you want to use. And then what we do is we add some fruit to our tea. Now, I did not invent this. This is a tradition in cultures way long ago. But I have been doing this for years and just love it. And like a lot of people haven't heard of this, so I just wanted to share it with you. Now, if it's the end of the day and I'm having this by bedtime, I love using tart cherries because they have natural melatonin. And I will link all of Dr. Greger's links and videos on that. But tart cherries actually have natural melatonin, just like pistachios. And you can use fresh or frozen. Just make sure they're pitted. Don't put the ones with pits in because you'll forget about it and go to enjoy it and find a pit. And you can find these, you know, all the grocery stores kind of carry different types of fruit. So just see if they have like a dark cherry, it's still delicious and wonderful. It's just the tart cherry that has more melatonin. So if that's a thing for you that you want to help improve your sleep or you want to try it, that can be helpful. Now, it does not have to be cherries. It can be any kind of frozen or fresh fruit. The only one I would tell people to avoid is probably bananas. That might be a little weird. But like raspberries, blueberries, strawberries, even tropical fruit like pineapple, mango are fantastic. And again, it can be frozen or fresh. People ask, if you use frozen, does it cool down your tea that much? No. If you use boiling water, it still steeps it beautifully. It just kind of cools it down to where it's not scalding hot. It's still very hot. And yeah, so I've used whatever we have in the house. If it's wintertime and I can't get really great fresh fruit here in Pittsburgh, you know, we use frozen. If it's summertime, you can use fresh. Whatever you have, you can use. So again, and I also get asked like, how many do I put into my cup? It depends on the mug size, to be honest. Usually for this guy, I would do maybe like, I don't know, I just try to fill up like the bottom of the mug. So maybe half of that. And the bottom of the mug is all filled. And then I would pour my hot water in, add my tea, let it steep, and then enjoy. And then I also get questions on like, do you enjoy the fruit at the end? Heck yes. That is like the best part because the tea really has like infused into the fruit. And so they're usually more flavorful. And it's just a nice way to kind of like end your treat by just having a little bit, tiny bit of fruit in with your tea. It also helps naturally like sweeten the tea slightly. You can muddle it if you want. But you know, we just throw in the fruit whole, add the boiling water, add the tea, let it sit for a little bit, like, you know, however long it takes to steep, and then enjoy. And I always enjoy the fruit at the end. So this is something, again, you could use red raspberry leaf tea for pregnancy. If you are interested towards the end, make sure you clear it with your doctor first. Usually it's like the very end of your pregnancy that you get the okay. But we've done this with all teas. So like I said, green tea. If you love chamomile tea, what other kind of teas have we done? I've done dandelion tea, nettle tea, hibiscus tea. All the teas works great. And you can kind of play around to find out what you love the most. Again, when I can find tart cherries, I tend to make that like my evening one. And you can do this as much as you drink tea. So I just thought that was a really fun trick that I've been doing for years and something I've been doing during pregnancy and have loved it. And again, it's a really nice way to kind of like end the day without going and looking for something else. All right, so next thing that's great for labor is dates, which like when I heard this, I was like, there's no problem. I am super happy eating dates. I ate dates before I was pregnant, obviously being whole food plant-based, bring it on. And I do love just eating dates plain. But like sometimes, especially if you're doing it day in and day out, especially for pregnancy, it's fun to like jazz it up a bit. People always ask me about what kind of dates that I get. I always like to get Medjool dates. They're just a little bit bigger in size, a little bit plumper. And there's a couple brands that I really like Farms. But right now it's not really date season. Usually that's a fall season. And so we have a couple farms that we love to get wet dates from in September time. Since it's May right now, what I do is I get the whole dates from our grocery store. You want to make sure that they're not pitted, because generally the pitted ones always seem more dried out. So I just always make sure I get the whole ones with the pit included, and then I take the pits out, and generally they're pretty soft. They're not usually dried out. So that's my tip to you on that. It would work with any dates that you have. So I have a bunch right here, and I've just taken the pits out, and there's a little, sometimes there's a little like hard topper to it. Make sure that's all out, like they're ready to be eaten. And I've kind of just lightly smushed them open. And then from here, I love to like have fun with it. So this is always optional, but I have around about 1/4 of a cup of each ingredient. I have some homemade jelly. So this is some strawberry jelly, and you can add chia seeds or flax seeds or hemp hearts to it to add a little bit of omega-3 boost. Flax seeds, whatever you'd like. We also have some powdered nut butter. Not because it's less fat am I using it, just because it's a little bit more like whipped is what I like to have it. It's a little bit more like creamy and just like smoother in texture. It kind of goes on a little easier. So you can use regular nut butter or seed butter, or you can use like a powdered one. We've just kind of reconstituted this to make around 1/4 of a cup, and that's just personal preference. Again, I like it. It's like more like whipped texture is what I'm trying to say. We're gonna blame that on pregnancy brain. I haven't filmed a video in a while, so you know, when you film videos all the time, you're a little bit more like not as rusty. So back to it. And then I have about 1/4 of a cup of dark chocolate that I've melted. Now I like to use the Santa Barbara dark chocolate chips. I just pop them into you can do it on the stove or in the microwave, either or, just melt them down, and it makes a really smooth chocolate. It's one ingredient. All of this is optional. You can kind of make it how you want. And then sometimes I like to add 1 walnut as a middler to this as well. So depending on like my date size, I just open it up, and then I can kind of play. And so what I like to do, again, this is whipped cashew or peanut butter. There's a couple different brands we like. So it can just be that. You can add a walnut. And then if I want chocolate, I drizzle chocolate, or you can even dip like half of it into chocolate. Just a little bit goes a long way. So however much, you can even coat like one side of the date. And then I put them on parchment paper to kind of set. And then after they set, you can move this to your freezer and keep them in your freezer. Especially if you're making a lot, you can make as many as you want to keep in your fridge. But these will be all made, they'll go in our freezer, and then I can pop out like 1 or 2 whenever I get a sweet tooth, or as I'm prepping for labor, and dates are so good. They say that 6 dates a day, I believe, are like the sweet spot, but if you have Medjool dates, I believe it's 2 to 3 because they're larger size. So keep that in mind, all my pregnant friends. You don't actually have to eat 6 Medjool dates. So it's a lot more doable than you think. It's pretty easy to eat 2 or 3 of them, but 6 is kind of a lot, even for me. So you can do like a peanut butter and jelly vibe. And then again, you can sprinkle on top, drizzle on top some chocolate. You don't have to do chocolate. If you're avoiding caffeine, you don't have to, you can use something else. We can do a cashew on top if we want. And so these are just really fun, kind of like Snickers. You might have seen them before. Some people add like peanuts to them, or a different kind of like, I've seen pecans, I've seen lots of different things. The peanut butter and jelly is kind of my favorite though. It's like very different flavors. And then these are great. So no need to grab like chocolate from the store, like chocolate candy and stuff. You can make this at home. This is literally like nature's candy. And it is so satisfying. I'm telling you. This is like my favorite thing. And if you have kids, this is a great sweet treat that's whole for them as well. So I just love, even just a little bit of chocolate goes such a long way. So you can go ahead and build that. And again, these stay really well in the freezer. I just let the chocolate kind of harden for a little bit. Then once it's good and you can touch it, pop them into the freezer. They can set for months in the freezer and you're ready to go anytime you have a sweet tooth. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will have everything linked down below. All of the stuff from the nursery linked down below. I hope you guys all had a fabulous Mother's Day, and I hope you enjoyed the nursery tour. I'm so excited because the next video will be probably sharing our little one with you guys. So again, send me all the positive vibes for birth, and that everything goes nice, uneventful, smooth. It's kind of been my motto this pregnancy, and I would love for it to end the same way. But I'm so excited for this next chapter and sharing it with you guys. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any recipes or videos. And if you haven't checked out our membership, we are still posting, we have been, 10 new recipes every month. They take a long time to come out to the channel. We also do cooking classes that are still going on. Lots of extra bonuses. I just love giving stuff away too for people that help support what we do. So there's like lots of stuff coming out this summer, extra bonuses for free. You want to be a member. All of that is linked down below. It's only $10 to join, and we'd love to have you. And yeah, I will see you guys very soon for the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Bye guys.